Hey guys, it's Chris with Kamidogu. I'm here with NetherRealm's creative director Ed Boon. How are you today, Ed?
I'm doing great, having a good time in Australia here.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit strange for you getting used to life, upside down, but it is, a pretty nice place to be. How do you feel about the reception you're receiving so far about Injustice?
We're very happy with it. I think that you know, s- uh, the word about the game has been out for a while, but this is first chance for some people to actually get their hands on it for quite a while. So we're excited about seeing that, getting all the positive response and all that.
Is it a little bit refreshing for you to, I guess, go to an expo and not have yet another Mortal Kombat game to release, or is it a nice change for you?
Yeah, I'm so sick of Mortal Kombat. We're really, it's very exciting. I think our entire team is very excited about, working with these new different characters. The last Mortal Kombat game was received very well and it sold well. So, obviously we'll probably do another one at some point. But it's great to take a break and to hopefully start the setting the foundation for what can hopefully be another series, intellectual property series of games.
I guess based on that, Mortal Kombat 9, as most people call it, was banned in Australia in recent years. With the R18 rating officially coming into Australian shores in 2013, are you looking at maybe resubmitting the game?
Yeah, it would. To me, it would just be great to have players who've wanted the game to be able to finally play it, and so it was received so well that I think we have a lot of high confidence that Australian players would enjoy it as well. So we're keeping our fingers crossed.
As well, we've seen quite a lot of interaction with the arenas and that sort of thing. Is that something you're going to see in every single arena, or will the interaction with objects be limited?
The range of number of arenas and number of interactive objects in the game is all over the place. Some arenas have 3, some have 2, some have 1, and so we really wanted to kind of keep that mix going on the game. So there's no template or consistent rule that we're trying to follow throughout. We just want variety.
Obviously, this game is based mainly around the DC characters. With such a huge, I guess, roster to select from, how did you guys go about selecting who you'd include?
I think we had 2 or 3, I guess, rule sets of our decisions of including a character. I guess the number one would probably be recognizability. We're not going to omit a character like Superman. We're not going to not have the Flash in the game. And so we wanted to kind of get that base group of the most recognizable characters in there. The second one would probably be something like their participation in the story. If there's a character that has no interaction at all with these main cast of characters, it'd be harder to kind of integrate them into the story and have them play a big part of it. So that was another one. And then we wanted the obscure ones. We really wanted some people who you might not have expected, and surprises basically. So those are the three things.
Going off that, I guess the Mortal Kombat did have a really elaborate story mode and a lot of single-player content. Is that something you're continuing on with this game?
Yeah, that was definitely something that was. We got some of the most positive feedback with Mortal Kombat was the amount of single-player content that's in the game. We had this very long, elaborate cinematic story mode. We had this challenge tower with 300 challenges, and we had obviously the arcade ladder and all that. So we definitely got so much feedback from there. We feel like that's something that we would want to continue.
Again, with the Wii U controller, obviously we're going on to 3 consoles this time rather than 2. How are you sort of utilising the Wii U controller to make that version of Injustice different from the other 2 consoles?
Well, we released Mortal Kombat for the Vita, following the game, and we put in some custom features that were for it. Ideally, we would love to do something like that for the Wii and utilizing its controls. We always want to make the most out of what's unique about a certain platform, but we haven't announced anything yet, and unfortunately we're not at the point ready to announce it yet.
Probably one thing that sort of interested me earlier, I've noticed the energy bars, there seems to be like 2 layers to them. There's the grey one and the red once you knock that down. Can you briefly explain how that works?
Yeah, we're trying not to adhere to too much of the Mortal Kombat template. And in Mortal Kombat, it was, round 1, round 2, best 2 out of 3. In Injustice, it's really basically the first player to deplete the other player's 2 power bars wins, and that's it. So there isn't a distinctive round that refills, both players' power bars. It's basically, you can almost think of it as, a long power bar that's twice as long as, your standard one. First one to get the other players down to 0 wins the match.
We've got 2 types of characters as well. We've got the power characters and the gadget characters. I guess in terms of their moves and their super meter, do they sort of work differently for 2 different types of characters?
Absolutely, and our goal, I guess, is to make them as unique as possible. So Wonder Woman, her meter and what she does with it is different. She can enhance special moves, but she has this other button, which is her kind of a gimmicky type move, and so hers is just changes fighting styles, and the Flash slows down time, and it's just we want something that's completely unique to each character that isn't shared amongst the other ones. So that's one of the goals that we had. The super meter has some similarities with Mortal Kombat, where Mortal Kombat had the big X-ray move, and we have the big over-the-top, punch somebody into the sky move. So there's a lot of there's some similarities there, but at the same time we wanted to give something unique to the game.
We've got Kevin Conroy. We heard his voice in the recent trailer that was released at TGS. Are you sort of working with the guys at WB to bring some well-known voices to the cast?
One of the goals that we do have is we wanted to have some of the people who voiced characters in some of the animated series and other versions of these characters reprise their roles in Injustice, and so there's a good number of that, and then there's some new surprises that we have too, but that's definitely an authenticity thing that we want to bring to the game.
All right, and finally, when can we expect to get our hands on Injustice?
Well, we've recently been able to. All this time we've been saying it's just 2013, but now we're able to say that it's going to be April of 2013.
All right, thank you very much for your time, and welcome to Australia.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.